It's Sue with Get Sold. How are you? Um, just doing a little check-in here. Back in my space. And, weird progression of things. I'm just getting my ass handed to me, I'll be honest with you. I understand the spiritual stuff, but my human is really, really having a hard time catching up. Little recap. December was dealing with uh, negative entities that had been attached to me for some time, making it really impossible to reach higher ground and begin to manifest wonderful, happy things. Um, and then January was about integration, taking the old me and loving her and tucking her away with what's going to be the new me. Um, Abuse, all that stuff, right? Trying to figure out what belongs to that category because I've done so much work healing myself, a lot of physical stuff, hypothyroidism, balancing hormones. I've spent my life researching, trying to fix what was broken mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. And I'm just really at a point where this is where I guess what they say the rubber meets the road or something, because this is that time in my life where it's either going to happen or it isn't. And I'm really scared to death. Um, so, January, like I said, was integration. February, I received intensive healings. And, I thought that was it. I thought, good, I'm on the road. Great things are going to happen. I know who I am now. I know where my power is. I know, being one of the ancients, I had a lot of help. I had a lot of ascended masters come in, a lot of groups that my soul is attached to. That was great. I was like, yay, moving forward. Then it was taking a chance on myself, joining this immersion group. And now, mind you, I had a lot of characteristics that I knew were going to crop up, but I really didn't know why, just attaching it to ADHD and my wild childness, where I'm not good adapting to structure and other people's, linear processes. Really hard for me. A lot of times I have to have somebody with me to kind of, walk through the process. Well, so I was encouraged by one person to do this class to take a chance on me and my artwork and all that. And also behind the scenes, I've been dealing with eye medication issues where every day on this different medication, my eyes were stinging, burning. Then there was a friend of mine enlightened me, and right in the nick of time when I had given up, she had nudged me and shown me what these eye drops can do. So, on top of everything else, I had that to deal with because it's hard to do screen time or hard to do, these processes when your eyes are burning. And I'm thinking, am I looking at my phone too much? I don't think so, because I am doing artwork, I'm doing studying, I'm trying to, do this program. When it was the free modules, I had no problem. There was no pressure. But as soon as it came down to paying $2,000, that I knew I was on the last of my savings and I only have to the end of this year, and that I don't have the person uh, that had supported me. We had exchanged property management and real estate and all that to earn my keep. I didn't get to do the artwork then, but that's okay. I mean, I did for the community and all that, but now it's the rubber meets the road, where this is what I was born to do and this is uh, what I need to do. But then, before I came home, I met a woman named Robin, and she was extraordinary. Uh, and that opened up another can of worms. When I got home, I did a whole lot of researching. You see, she had written a book, a children's book, and I was like, oh my God, I've tried to do that since 1992. And she talked about her high functioning autism on the spectrum. And for the first time in my life, it was like a breath of fresh air. It was like, maybe there's reasons for things I had no idea. Um, And that'll be another video. I just want to keep this short, but it was a relief in one sense to start watching the self-help videos again, because I'd already done it on all the other things I needed to work on, from abuse, trauma bonding, codependency, limerence, BPD, all of these things, personality disorder, how I was able to equate that in my own diagnosis to hormone imbalances, which I worked on with the help of Suzanne Summers in her book, and doctors' offices who were supportive of bioidenticals. So I've got a lot to say about us healing ourselves, but now it's almost like my back is so far up against the wall that meeting Robin made me see that there might be a reason why I keep stalling in life, why I get this huge momentum. I have all this talent. I'm intelligent, but I land on my face every couple of weeks, and I have meltdowns and shutdowns and all that stuff, and I could never figure out why. And now I have to know why, because it's just me. And I'm not going to make it if I don't figure it out. And it's like where the spiritual meets the human. And I'm at that huge point where I think my soul thinks I'm going to make this miraculous, heroic jump. And my human's going, I can't do this. I don't know how to do this. How, if all these years I couldn't support myself, how am I going to do it now? I can barely be consistent on anything. I have amazing moments. I have amazing, qualities. But it's like every time it's 2 feet forward, it's 5 back. And I'm willing to always learn and do the work. I'm always willing to do the work. But I am so stuck right now. The first time in my life, I'm saying I need help. I need help being able to manage how to get through this, how to walk through these characteristics that land me on my face. So, I really don't know right now. I'm happy that I know more than I did. And I'm happy that one of the characteristics is always researching, because now I understand why I was always researching. But I feel so worn out. I've struggled my entire life trying to find answers, trying to fix myself, take responsibilities. If I made a mistake, I want to own up to it. I want to understand why it happened in the first place. So I research and I figure it out. And well, in the past, I wouldn't forgive myself, but now I understand that's necessary in getting to the next phase. You have to love yourself, you have to forgive yourself. But now I'm just in that place where I'm stuck. I'm really stuck. I need help and guidance with this. So that's it for now. I'm doing the best I can. I'm at my window, and the sun is bright, so that's encouraging. I'll have to take my walk and try to do stuff. I remember years ago I took something called Sweat Hogs in real estate, and it's like as soon as the pressure is on, I fold. With no pressure, I can do amazing things. If I'm in control of how to move the pace, game on. I've done events, I've, made all the artwork and giant cutouts and things like this, and run entire organizations. But it's like a surge of energy. Heck, I built a bistro. I didn't know how to build anything, but I drew it, and somehow after my wrestling injury, I built it. So it's like these huge amounts of creativity shot down by these neurodivergent characteristics that shoot me in the knees every single time. So that's where I'm at today. I'm still trying, but I really just have thoughts of giving up. But I know I can't. I can't. So soul versus human here. Love you all. Thank you for being with me, and thank you for all the new subscribers now. So grateful, so appreciative, because it just shows that I'm following what I'm being told to do inside, but thank you. Just love to all.
So it's me again. Okay, so it's Sue again. It's later on in the day. And I wanted to give a little update because, I don't know. I didn't check the energies yet, but they must have been pretty intense earlier because I was not well. I was not doing well. Now, I'm off to show a house to a client, and I did some meditation earlier after I did my Zoom class for the immersion. And I think after the meditation, it was almost like the energy's lifted. So I got to go back and check and see if we had some huge solar flares today or some other earth stuff, because it was just, I literally just did not, oh, makeup on my finger. I didn't want to go on. I was like, how am I going to do this? I've had these things go on in my life where I just feel powerless, but I know things are changing. So how can I feel so powerless and so depressed and whatnot? So it had to be another shift. It had to be another wave of stuff to bring up thoughts about myself, thoughts about that's usually what happens when you get really, really super negative and down on yourself. It's like if the energies are bringing it up and you have to look at it. And so I don't know. So I'm doing better tonight. So I'm really glad about that. I mean, I am so behind in everything, but when it comes to real estate, I have to stay right on top of that because there's no way, I'm gonna take any chances with that. So, all right, well, it's a little bit of a plus, a little bit of a upswing for this time of day, for later on today. So, yay! Hope everybody's doing okay. And if you did have one of these surges like I did, um, hopefully it's passed. But if you're still in it, just know that chances are it probably is a surge of one of the energies bringing stuff to the surface. And when you're in it, it feels so crappy. It feels like you just don't wanna. And, I'm on a time crunch here. I gotta bring some dough in pretty soon. So if I just stay in the now, do some meditating on what I want, not what I don't want, maybe that'll help. But at least it's a better outcome tonight, so, or later on today. So, okay. Thank you for sticking with me, and, leave comments if you're going through stuff. I would love to hear what you have to say and what you're going through, or even if you have things you can identify with or whatever. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks. Love you.